Following podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. Hello and welcome to Adventures from the Shed Online. We are here getting ready to kick off the episode where we finally meet El Chupanibre. I'm sure that's going to happen. But we're going to get right back into Eli's game as I kick it off. I am Joe playing Jonesy, the Hawaiian shirt, backwards hat wearing mellow dude of the supernatural. How about you, Z-Dog? What you doing? You got to unmute though. That'd be Zeb. You alive? Hey, yeah. Bruh.
He said Z-Dog and it didn't register at all.
We'll go then.
As opposed to the E-Dog and the R-Dog and the other J-Dog over there.
No. I don't get that one that often. I'm Zeb. I'm playing Crawford Barlett, Soup Master Extraordinaire. I'm ready to go inside this house and finally shoot something.
Finally.
Speaking of shooting something, hey guys, it's Randy and I play Isaac. You sick? We all sick. And are you guys sick of this yet? Because if you are, it's ending. If you're not, sorry. But
Hi,
you know, never
the end.
That guy.
My name is Eli. I am our storyteller for this chronicle, which, yes, we are in our final episode for Capano Nuevo. Why don't we go ahead and get the last recap for this chronicle? And it's going to be, you know what, I've made the joke about it, but Zeb, would you be able to do a recap for us?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Let's see.
Enthusiastically.
We started with a phone call, and it turned out to be Crawford's backup from the agency. And we decided to go leave where the coffee shop was and go meet these people. I forget the guy's name, per usual. But
Jeremy Brims is
that's right.
The squad leader
J. Brims.
of
Brims.
Security Team 4. Yes, J. Brims.
J. Brims.
He was there. He was like, "You guys suck ass," and we're supposed to take over from here and extract you and stuff. It was him and about I think it was 4 or 5 other dudes, maybe 6, and
one who had cigarettes.
One had cigarettes.
Yeah.
Which was good for Crawford because he was jonesing. And we kind of laid everything out for him. We told him everything that we had figured out so far. He went and made a little phone call back to headquarters, and they said, "You answer to us now. You being J-Brums, us being us." And J-Brums and his posse are now listening to our instructions on trying to figure out what else is going on, because apparently we did too good of a job and discovered too much stuff, but we also did so bad of a job at finding our actual the one thing we were supposed to do, we've done so terribly at that they're going to help us out with that. We wasted a bunch of time on U Street to find out that it meant nothing, thankfully. And we drove down to where the church was, and across the street from it, we were heading towards some apartments. I don't remember exactly what led us there. I think it was something from one of the books that we stole from the library.
It was a couple of houses that were rebuilt by Sebastian Fernandez in the 40s. And you did learn that from one of the local history books that you stole from the library.
Yep.
Forcibly borrowed. Those books are now permanently checked out.
Anything else to add?
Not from me.
I think we were about to win.
Well, anybody have anything else for the recap?
There was I was thinking of something as Zeb was saying it, and I lost it. Now I can't remember, so I should probably just shut up.
Okay.
So no.
All right.
If I remember it, though, I will bring it up.
I mean, there was little scenes here and there, but I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it.
All right. The final scene was, the final scene was calling Brian at the church to see how that investigation was going, since he was nearby. He said he wasn't sure what the hell was going on. Everything was weird and shades of gray, and the statue was apparently missing from the church's courtyard. Under Research Team 12's guidance, he entered the church to attempt his escape from the other world. He did not manage to escape, but he did find a journal open on the floor of the church. He also said that there was a light on. Written on this journal were the words, "The end of the episode." And that was where we left it.
And now I remember what I was going to say, and it was while Zeb was talking about the other team, when they were under our leadership now, taking our orders, part of what happened was they split up, but you just covered that. So we had people going in different directions doing different things. So yeah.
You had, if I remember correctly, one go to the church, one go to the motel, one go to the national park. I forget where the fourth was going. It's escaping my memory at this moment, but I know that 2 were left at the broken down warehouse / machine shop.
Didn't people go to the hotel to like clean that up?
Yeah, one guy went to the motel.
Okay. And I was definitely curious to find out if the person who we deposited in the dumpster was eventually identified. Because I assumed these guys would be able to identify him, even if we weren't able to.
Oh yeah, and he took that phone to translate it as well.
Yeah,
because he was in Spanish.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So we resume with Isaac, Crawford, Jonesy, and Brims in the car. I believe in the car just outside one of the homes that was rebuilt. O'Brien has just mentioned that there's writing in the journal. There's something written here, boss. I think it's in Spanish. The book looks old. Should I take it with me, or do you think that'll upset something?
Both of those can be true.
Get out of there, man.
Brims thinks for a second.
Hey, you're the professional. You tell him.
Take the book. Maybe it'll be key to getting you out of there, since the door, and he looks at Crawford, doesn't seem to be working.
Work for me, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Check the what is it? Refractory? Is that what it's called?
Close enough. Yeah.
Reliquary?
Just rectory, I think.
Rectory.
Yeah.
Check the rectory. See if there's anything that the priest keeps there. Maybe he knows about this other dimension. Call back when you find something useful. Yes, boss. And he actually hangs up this time, instead of just putting the phone in his pocket.
All right.
Well, at least he survived. I thought he was going to die for a second there.
Don't count your chickens before they've hatched.
That's cold, Jabrams.
He seems like a cold guy, though.
Then we have to spend more time here trying to find him. See if he's alive or dead.
If he dies, he dies. Anytime a security team goes out, they're written off. If they come back, well, oh well.
And we're going to start our investigation as a burger monarch, like last time.
What was it you wanted to check out about these houses? Other than the light turning off in that one, nothing looks weird.
Let's go inside.
I want to get a feel for the supernatural vibe here, man.
Jonesy, as the vehicle approached this neighborhood, a strange feeling was building up inside of you. As mentioned in the last session, the whole town gives you a sick vibe, derogatory.
Sick.
Sick. But it feels like that's been building as you've gotten closer to this house. Now that you're here,
Okay.
parked right outside on the street, that feeling has progressed into something you can identify. It's like it's a parched throat. It's
Ah.
anxiety. It's a withdrawal. It's a
Yeah.
thirst.
Jonesy's all like, "Why does bullshit suddenly appear every time?"
It sounds like he's jonesing, actually. So,
It's you.
is it clearly coming from the house?
You're
The basement.
since you've gotten to exercise your unseen sense more over the course of this investigation, you've come to learn a bit about it, and you know that what you're feeling is the unseen sense, but it's something else entirely telling you that it's in the house. Call it intuition, instinct. Maybe it is an actual supernatural calling, but you know that something's in there.
Well, as I'm feeling it, I can't help but cliche the "they're here. This is it, ma'am. This is like the epicenter of the freak, dudes. This is scary, ma'am."
Dudes.
Yeah, I kind of want to go in, but I don't want to. You know,
It's like, this is a hornet's nest and we're about to go kicking.
I go into my shoulder pack and I'm just starting to shuffle through multiple different crystals, not knowing what to do next.
Brims speaks up. Hornet's nest? More like a Texan's family home. You go in there, you're getting shot. Why don't I get the boys at the warehouse up here and we do a little
Yeah, let's let
breaking
them
and
get
entering.
shot instead.
Man, they're the ones in vests.
Yeah.
He says, wearing a bulletproof vest.
Okay. I'm happy to let somebody else go first.
I mean, they are more professional than we are, so
Yeah. I don't know how long we want to wait, but yeah, I'm happy to let somebody else go first, man.
Shouldn't take them more than a few minutes.
Cool.
I'll go ahead and contact them. And he starts texting. And as he's texting the base camp team,
squad.
We'll call him the FOB team, the forward operating base team. As he's texting them, his phone gets a notification, and he says, "Hey, Fuentes says he found some information from the phone that might help us here."
Oh, seriously? Nice.
Here, maybe you'll make a bit more sense of this. And he's turns the phone around and he shows you the chat history between him and Fuentes. You see several images, screenshots of the texts with like loose translations edited onto them. It mentions a few of the places that you've investigated in town, and a lot of the messages seem to be saying, look for this person coming out here, or stay away from this spot, or our territory ends here. There's a series of messages where this individual, clearly a gang member, was talking to one of his friends, maybe, and it says, "Hey, just let it go. There's nothing we can do about it anymore. They have too much. They have too much support. We just gotta wait it out, find a time to hit them back." And you see in one of the messages is a couple of maps. And you notice the street names. One of them is the street you are currently on. And it's in one of the messages that says, "Stay away from here."
Uh-oh.
And you notice the same thing for the church.
I was waiting for Eli to say, the map only shows U Street, and that says you have to go there.
Circles the bank and says, the it place.
Here.
Most important place ever.
Only thing about the it is it's what they mean for deposit place, but still.
The most recent message that, or one of the most recent messages that is translated, is him getting an order from a phone number that's not listed as a contact, saying look for a guy wearing a bright shirt, a cowboy, and a guy in glasses.
Whew, not a.
Find them and get them over here.
Well, it's a good time to go and put my contact in.
They might be what lets us hit them back.
Huh.
Pawns.
Sounds like after all this time, we could be useful for something.
Brims looks over the messages. He's like, so are y'all in a gang war? Did you join a gang in the 7 days you've been here?
I might
One
have
of us did.
I might have done some favors for some gang members. I didn't exactly take an oath or anything.
No.
He's their official doctor. Who are you kidding?
You do one favor, they're just gonna keep asking. They effectively already own you.
I healed the same guy twice and hurt him once.
Okay.
That's a good point.
Wait, is that Mars fellow y'all's mentioned?
See.
Spent some time in the same jail cell with one of them.
Ricky, me and him go back. We're friends. Besties.
You ever get a message back from him? You texted him earlier, right?
Hold on. I keep it on silent. Let me check.
There are a couple of messages.
Message 1 says,
both are from Ricky, and it's him telling you Mars was able to tell me of a few places that might work, because Boss Man never told me about them. So if you've got the time, you can check here, here, and here. He said the second message is Barry's asking about y'all. Do you have anything for me to tell him? Do you have Sebastian's location?
So he's got some locations for us to check out, and Barry's asking questions. Should we give him a heads up about this place, or what do you think? What do you think, soldier dude? J.J. Abrams?
Jabrams, yeah.
J-Abrams.
Was Barry the shadow demon dude with the rune sword, or was he
Yes.
a failed jazz musician turned carpenter?
The sword warrior from hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, as far as we know, it could be the same person, but we're going to go with the one with the bat, Barry Bonds.
We all have those days where we feel really creative sometimes.
Yeah.
Right. So, what are you gaining from letting the shadow demon know Sebastian's location?
More soldiers.
Do you think we'll need them?
Do you know if we'll need them or not? This is how our people break in and find out.
No, fair enough.
Stay tuned, amigo. Wait, that was an A. I said amiga. Damn it.
Don't.
After a few minutes, the FOB team rejoins y'all.
Isaac would thank Ricky for the information and say he'll get back to him soon.
Ricky just sends a K.
Okay.
And that's the letter K, not the Spanish word que, meaning what?
Huh?
I said.
Once Brims guides y'all further down the street to meet the FOB team, so that way you can actually talk and meet without being under anybody's eye, at least your target's eye. And he asks you, so have you done anything like this before?
I got tackled through a fence the other day.
I think the short answer would be no, man.
It's better than what I expected. You at least understand what it feels like to have, 200-300 pounds barreling down on you.
Yeah, I'm more a fan of offense than getting my face hit in defense.
Good attitude to have. What we're going to do is and he gestures to the security team, we're going to do the actual breach while we're trying to secure the house. You three are going to be looking through the rooms for this Victor fellow. If shots start ringing out, keep your head low and keep moving. Doesn't matter how much ammo we have to piss away. If we can get Victor back alive, then both of our missions are complete.
All
and
right,
if we
man.
can't, well, both of our missions are complete.
If you were
Cool
to keep
dudes.
somebody in a room, which room do you think you would keep them in? A closet, a basement, living room?
Basement would be best, but this is a coastal town in Texas. You're not going to find a basement.
Crawl space?
Size of the maybe the crawl space. Size of the building. I don't think there's an attic. Maybe just one of the bedrooms. If they're torturing him, then they would need a larger space like that to work with. Otherwise, could be a closet. Leave no stone unturned.
Main bedroom, second floor. Let's go.
It's a one-story building.
We're going to make a
We'll-
second floor.
We'll let Isaac lead then.
Now, the only thing is, it's just going to be a magic house where we go inside of it, and all of a sudden, it's Trump Tower or something. I don't know.
This house actually leads into Barry's house, into the farm. We're gonna
All
open the
houses
door and we're gonna
Barry's.
be in the shed in the farm. That's
If
what it's
Zeb
gonna
had
be.
just went into the shower, he would have went into the room where
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah.
We don't know the layout of the building, so stay on your toes. Any corner is a death sentence. Do not approach it without us first clearing it. Do you understand me?
Yeah, man.
Understood, unless I forget.
A-OK.
I'll follow those two.
Do you understand how to operate a firearm?
Oh, yes, I do.
A little bit.
And
That
you?
almost-
I understand how to
Sandler there
stand. I understand how to stand behind someone who does operate a firearm.
All right, that's better, much better than I expected.
I mean, if you give me a
All
gun,
right.
don't stand in front of me. I'll tell you that.
And
In
if
that
you give me a
case,
burrito, don't stand behind me.
we'll do a quick ammo check. Then we'll get the cars in position. We'll get ready to storm the house.
Oh, strange suspicion. I need some blue bullets and some red bullets for my gun.
Do you
Two-
guys have like an extra vest or something, man?
No,
I have yours.
no.
Damn.
Can I have a second
All right.
gun?
How? So you have a gun.
Yep.
Yes.
Do you
I
two
have
have a gun?
I also have a gun.
I do not, man.
And you don't know how to use a gun, so it doesn't matter.
I could point it and squeeze the trigger, but no guarantees it's going to do what it's supposed to. I make no promises, man.
Okay.
I've played Call of Duty.
Keep your guns drawn, finger off the trigger. And when you pull the trigger, for the love of God, make sure none of us are behind your target.
So, which one of you are going to wear the bright red shirt so we don't accidentally kill you? I'm kidding. I'll just shoot the bad guys. Gotcha.
I should be safe then. If all you need is a bright shirt not to be shot, I should be safe.
All right. Let's get her moving. To remind you all, when you got to Capano Nuevo with your firearms, you were granted 2 magazines clips of ammunition. That means you have your full load and 1 load after that. So Isaac, you have 12 shots total for your 6-shooter revolver. And Crawford, you had a auto pistol.
I believe so. I'm pretty sure it was given to me. I just have handgun written down.
So we'll assume it's using the auto pistol stats. It just doesn't have full auto fire. That means that you'll have 34 rounds of ammunition.
All right. So I fired, I think, 2 rounds at the statue, but would they be able to not reimburse me, but resupply me with 2 bullets?
That's a good question. Why don't you go ahead and give me a manipulation firearms? Or you know what? Actually, instead you can expend a willpower to just gain another full load.
No, I think I'll do manipulation. You're trying to get rid of my willpower.
Right. I'm just saying, like
Manipulation firearms, you said?
yes.
Let's give her a go.
That's about. Ooh, 2 successes.
All right, and I'm going to say each success is 1 bullet.
1 failure? Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's 2 9s and a 1. So that means it's actually 1 success. So
1 success,
lies
1
to
bullet.
us.
Yeah.
Brims looks at you like, what? No, nobody uses that. Why would we have? And one of the guys in the back. Oh, wait, hold on. I got one.
Is there a story behind this bullet?
Didn't spend all my ammo at the range. Didn't want to deal with the paperwork.
You boys don't carry revolvers? They're fun. Anyway. Thank you.
O'Brien does.
It's the one he clears every time his gun jams. He holds on to it.
So that's 11 shots I have altogether?
Yeah.
Okay.
Crawford, you have 34 rounds total. Sorry, 33, because you fired 1 in the air in the nowhere dimension. It's 17 rounds per magazine. So you have 16 rounds until you have to reload.
Isaac's going to keep 6 in the first one by putting that bullet back in there.
Okay.
And another bullet too. And it'll just be down to 5 for the last.
All right.
Then he starts swinging his gun around. Oh, wait. I shot the door too. I'm still down to 1 more bullet. I did shoot the door. 10
Which
rounds.
door?
The library door.
Library.
I thought that was the 2 shots.
No, it was 2 at the statue. Or was it 1 at the statue?
I thought it was 1 at the statue.
I can't remember if it was 2 or 1.
And
it was 1.
We will say that the nowhere dimension refunded 1 shot.
Yeah.
And you know what, Crawford, you too.
Hooray.
So you've got a full load in both your magazines. There's a moth flying at my television.
And you're in Texas, so that moth is like the size of, I don't know, a sheet,
boy.
a bed sheet.
It's Mothra.
Oh, jeez.
Save me, Hello Kitty.
Hello, Kitty.
God, it worked. It flew off.
You've angered it.
Oh,
that
Mothman
was,
can suck my ass.
I thought that was the deer person. I can't think of the name of from One Piece.
Chomper?
Chomper. Yeah.
No, this is
Chopper.
Dark Magician Girl Hello Kitty.
Yeah, I never looked that close. I thought it was like the new version of Chopper.
I don't watch One Piece.
It's not too bad, actually.
So I've
Once you
heard.
get through all the filler.
So I've heard. The 6 of you get into a loose formation and quickly move up to the building. There is a what's the word? Chain link. There's a chain link fence around this home, as well as a large double chain gate. They quickly get it open and move it ever so slightly so as to not make a whole lot of noise. I need everyone here
Uh-oh.
to make a roll
To
for
roll.
me. Yes.
See, this is why I put points and stuff.
You all are going to give me dexterity athletics.
Duh. Dexterity?
Yep.
Athletics,
As you try
you
to
say.
quietly move forward.
There's that.
2, 2, 2, 2. No, that's Zeb. But still, what?
That sucks ass.
How did you roll 4 2s?
Dude,
Isaac,
I got one
you've got
success.
Isaac, you have 1 success and a 10 that can still be re-rolled, I think.
I guess I'll try to roll another one.
You do have one botch.
It was D10s or D8s?
D10s.
It was a 2.
A 2.
So
Okay.
just 1 success. Or
I'm
0.
gonna push.
What is that?
Okay, so expend 1 temporary willpower.
Yep.
And you will somehow make it to the front door without making a whole lot of noise. Crawford does lose his footing, but almost expecting it. I'm going to say that Crawford is at the front of the research team, just behind the security team, and almost as if they were expecting you to fuck up. As soon as you lose your footing and you feel yourself start moving forward, one hand reaches backward and catches you by your chest and grips your shirt until you have clearly steadied yourself.
Goddamn cowboy boots.
Just see you slipping on ice over and we're like, oh, sorry.
Once you regain your footing, it's back to work. Make it up to the front door. There is a small porch, and the security team guides you to, or motions for you to be on the edge of the porch to minimize the squeaking of the wood.
Ooh.
Brims
What?
gets up to the doorknob and he checks it really fast. He makes some hand motion that you're not familiar with. One of the security team members reaches into a thin pack on their back and pulls out a short shotgun. You see them load a yellow shell into it, quickly rack it, and pop the lock on the door. It is still a gun, so the noise is loud. That is your signal. As soon as that lock is popped off, Brims kicks the door in.
Well, that was a gunky move. Because it's a gun key.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The door comes down. Brims brings up his rifle and moves forward, and almost immediately gunshots start going off.
Oh crap!
So,
Oh crap! Oh
I'm
crap!
guessing no one was in the room at all.
You see Brims fall to the floor. Crawford, since you are closest, give me a give me a wits athletics.
Wits. Where are you, wits?
Wits. That is an 8 and a 1, so you have 0.
I'll push again.
Expend 1 temporary willpower point.
I got 3 left.
You see Brims go down, but the way he fell was a little off. It wasn't like he collapsed. It was like he was thrown back. He falls. He falls back. You hear the all of his gear hit the ground, and just as you start to think, "Oh God, is he dead?" He whips his head back up, rifle back up, and he is returning fire. You see 3 divots on his chest plate,
And
you don't see any blood.
I guess it's good that he kept it.
Yeah, looks like his plates are actually worth something, and I think he was expecting to get shot like that. Oh well, he's returning fire.
Just some
the
bruising.
Other 2 in the security team, they open fire as well. They push into the living room.
Good news, guys. We don't have any armor on except for the one I gave to Zeb earlier, so they don't expect us to get shot at all. Let's go.
Which
my
need I
stab
remind you?
vest.
Yeah, it's just a stab-proof vest.
Mm-hmm. In case they shoot any knives.
Yeah.
They move in. You hear, you hear one of them say something. But as it's a little hard to make out with the ringing in your ears.
Blam, 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 blam.
You know, the spots on your eyes and the smell of gunpowder everywhere. But as soon as whatever they said is done, Brims kind of with effort picks himself back up, walks in, takes a quick scan around, and motions for you three to enter the building.
I am not going first, man.
I'm going first
All right,
All right.
Isaac, you go in first. You
with
see
my gun out.
with your gun out. You see a plainly but comfortably furnished home. The living room, there's no foyer or front room. It's just straight into the living room. You see the television, 2 large couches, a coffee table in the middle of the room with what looks to be a bunch of like snacks on it, leftovers maybe. There are also 6 dead people laying on the ground. One's kind of on the coffee table. One is draped over the couch. 3 are on the couches. The last one is just
I see dead
on the
people.
floor.
All right. I look around at whatever doors are available or hallways or whatever. I just scan the room quickly for a way to go.
The living room opens directly into the kitchen, just directly in front of you. You see at the back of the kitchen is the back door, and to the left of that is another door that you're not sure where it leads. To your immediate left, there's a short hall that's mostly exposed to the living room. On each end of this hall are doors, and there is a door in the middle of this hall.
I go left because that's
So-
what you do in a maze. You go left.
You're just taking a hard left to that first bedroom.
Yes.
All right. You step forward. One of the security team stops you and points at the door like, "Are you sure?"
Yes. This one.
All right. Readies his rifle, motions for the other security team member to come with him as Brims is taking a bit of a breather on the couch. Still at attention, but like, oh, fuck, dude.
Gonna feel that tomorrow.
He's feeling it now.
Yeah.
The security team kicks down this door as well. With a quick scan of the room, they find no threats. It's a bedroom. The bed is unmade. There are a few dressers. You see a TV on one of said dressers and a closet that has, what are they called? Shutter doors?
Yeah.
Where it's like slats. Yeah.
Kind of an accordion-like style.
Yeah.
Approximately how many Victor Cruzes are in the room?
None. Doesn't look like anybody's in this room.
There's a cruise, but it's not a.
Make sure you double check.
It's a carnival, not a Victor.
Count them twice. Okay.
That's all that you see in this room at a glance.
Jonesy, you sense anything?
Am I like deep in it, Eli? Like, is everything just a haze now, or what?
Yes. At this point, your unseen sense is becoming a hindrance. It's like
okay.
opening your eyes in a pool, like a swimming pool. Yes, you can see, but everything's blurry. Your eyes are burning.
It's just
but
too
translate
much,
that
man.
that to the dry throat thirst.
There's
phenomenon from earlier.
There's nothing special anywhere anymore. It's all over the place, man.
I'm sorry. Did you say this was the only room down the hallway, or this was just the first one?
Just the first one.
All right. Well, proceed down. We'll go door to door.
Kicking in the next one, it is a small bathroom. It's beautifully tiled. Nothing in there, it seems. As soon as you see it's a bathroom, just you point at the next door.
Isaac checks the water supply to see if there's a hidden gun or stash of drugs. Or phone.
Everybody hides stuff in the toilet tank, you say?
And is there a pizza on the roof? Is this Walter White? What are we talking about? Okay, let's go.
No.
Jesse.
Moving on, you get to the third door in this little hall. They kick it down. It's another bedroom with another closet in the same style, but this one is less furnished. It's just the mattress there's like a plastic like desk drawer thing on a pile of cardboard boxes. The little desk drawer thing is filled with papers there, but you're not seeing anything of real interest here either. There's a little bit of blood on the floor.
Definitely come back to circle and look at this information here, but let's keep going. Just because I honestly think that the kitchen and like anything near a back door would be an obvious place to not keep somebody as a quick way to leave if they got out. So that's why I was thinking hallway. So we'll continue down.
The only other place to go now is the kitchen and that back room.
Okay, so we ran out of rooms then. So we'll go to the back room.
Skipping the kitchen entirely, you head to the back room. The security team tries to kick the door open, but this one does not give immediately.
Ooh, good sign.
Ooh.
Means the key's in the fridge. Oh,
do you want to look around for a key? It does look to be locked.
A key or a halfling? Sorry.
Oh. We close our eyes every time we walk through the kitchen, by the way. We don't want to know what's going on in the kitchen.
For those of you who listen to our episodes, Randy's referring to the fact that his character Cookie was thrown through wooden doors and metal doors as a joke in one of our campaigns previously. That's why I keep bringing it up in our campaigns.
Throwing the halfling, yes.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Just...
you could look for a key if you'd like, or you
I'll
can
investigate the kitchen.
All right, Crawford, give me a wits investigation, and we'll say that this is going on as Isaac is helping the security team clear rooms.
2 successes, 1 being a 10.
Oh yeah.
All right. Do you want to re-roll that 10?
7.
Okay. With 2 successes, the kitchen is fully stocked. There are some things missing. People have been, it's clear that people live here regularly. This isn't just like a front place. This is somebody's home. It's probably one of those guys' home.
Is there any Campbell's chicken noodle soup?
Gotta be soup, yeah.
There are plenty of canned soups. All the good things that you would need to cook meals, clean the house. But you notice while you're checking the cupboards under the sink, there's a small box pushed up against the wall, kind of out of the way. If not for your little phone flashlight, you wouldn't have seen it. Pulling it out, it is a wooden box with a small padlock on it. The box itself is rather unassuming, but it does look to be very sturdy.
I'm going to hand that to Jonesy to see if he can get it open.
Okay, ma'am. I'm sure I can do this.
And while he's doing that, I take a knife from the kitchen,
Here's
thing
a
of
can
soup.
opener.
There's
like 2 can openers.
I take the knife. I take the can of soup and I punch just a hole in the top of it.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
I drink it like a Coke.
Okay. So you serve yourself a can of Campbell's Finest.
So I have my gun in one hand and then my Coke can of soup in the other.
Bonus on his next roll. This is a so Popeye move right now.
Nice.
Jonesy, you can give me an intelligence larceny.
Oh my.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've done larceny?
There was an opportunity to a while ago, but a different role just fit better.
Oh, there's always an opportunity for larceny. We just never do it.
You had the chance at the bank.
That's true.
I'm
Also murder.
Where the hell is larceny? There it is, in the middle of the physical stuff. Okay. That button.
Yeah,
Submit.
yeah.
I got a success.
All right. You do get the lock open. You're pretty familiar with most store brand locks, and this is just another one of those. Unfortunately for it, this is also a smaller version of those generic locks, which means if you pull a wrench, your number 12, just out of a pocket, and you just pop,
bang.
Lock is gone.
You know why Jonesy's so good at unlocking locks all of a sudden?
Oh boy.
Why?
I feel like he's locking himself out of his house, dude, like all the time
Dude.
because he's like, following the vibe and stuff, dude. He's got to get back in
where's my
somehow, dude.
keys? Dude, where's my keys? I got a
All right.
wrench, man. I'll get in the house. Sweet.
But yeah, you're able to pop the lock off of the box. And I do want to specify here, you didn't break the lock. It's just that a lot of locks like these are prone to malfunctioning when hit with enough force. The mechanisms don't break, they just fail.
Also, why Jones
So-
is broke all the time. He's got to buy
You
a new
now
lock.
own one tiny lock and have access to a
Awesome.
box.
I hand it back. Now that I've opened it, I hand it back.
You don't want to look at what's inside? That's somebody else's job?
Honestly, I'm feeling like everything is so much of a mess in my
Let's take a
head
look.
in the vision that I'm probably not a reliable source for discovery. But I can
Man.
hit something with a wrench.
You've got that unseen sensory overload.
Yeah. So I'm just, I got it, and I kind of like squint and like blink a lot, and I just hand the box back to Crawford.
I put my gun down, soup still
Uh-oh.
in hand, and then I open this. I open the
You
box.
got to hold on to the important stuff, man.
For sure.
Opening the box, you find a key ring, some newspaper clippings, and a notebook. The notebook, as you're parsing through it, is instructions: how to do X, how to do Y, how to do Z. Some of it's basic stuff, how to cook a pot roast, how to fix a leaky pipe. Others are a bit concerning, how to stitch a wound, how to
I know that
perform a tracheometry.
I cannot do that one.
And the last set of instructions that you're able to see is how to care for the prisoner. And it's a daily routine. There's feeding times, there's restroom times, there's what is listed as sunlight time, whatever that means. You doubt that it means actually letting them outside.
I had a turtle I once named the prisoner.
Somehow I
Parents
believe
hated that name.
So-
Parents really hated that name.
As you get the last of this information out of the journal, that is when Isaac and the SEC team are kicking the last door that won't give.
I'm gonna hand him the keys. Or no, you know what? I'll just walk in and start trying the keys.
All right. You
I
Just
push
kinda-
past everybody.
wave them aside, like, come on, just he's coming through. You start
Just
trying them
remember,
one
this
by
is
one.
my house. I know how to get in.
The as you're trying the keys, you realize there's actually a lot of different types of keys here. There are a couple of old-timey, like wrought iron keys. You see some vending machine keys, keys that are clearly off of like one of those generic locks that you can get at the hardware store.
See, I was
House
so close.
keys. There's even some car keys here.
I was so close to ask these cars they had nitric acid on them, and we're gonna slowly melt this store down. But this works better.
It's like a 1970s school janitor key ring.
Eventually,
It's got one of everything on it.
yep,
I
You
just
do
used that
find-
joke yesterday.
the right key. You unlock the door. As you try to open it, you feel some resistance from the door. Something is on the other side of it. Maybe blocking it, maybe maybe blocking it from entry, or maybe blocking it from exit.
Did one of you folks by chance kill this guy earlier, and now he's laying against the door and won't move?
Nope, didn't fire a shot out there. Look, no holes in the door.
Well, something's in the way here. Let's all push on the count of 3. 1, 2. Wait, should we use Spanish?
Yes. As soon as you say Spanish, the two security members just boom, both shoulders
Bam.
into the door. And it does force whatever was in the way out of the way. The way that the door opens, though, it doesn't let you see into the room. It
See,
looks
they're
like
still
the
going
way-
into the room, and Isaac's like, well, this is Capano Nuevo, so I was just curious if we should just do that. But it seems you guys got the door open.
It seems that the way the house was built, this door opens in an alcove, but the door opens where the alcove meets the room. There's only space for one person to get into the corner to start to close the door.
Not it.
And the sec team tells you that's very risky.
I'm going in.
No, I'll go first.
Soup
let's
soup
go.
and gun first.
I kept this going. I'll go first. Okay.
They're gonna fight over it.
Are they going to fight
I'm
over
gonna
it?
end up going in first because they're both dead, man.
I've got the vest. I'm going in.
Good
Crawford,
point. In the soup.
I got the shirt. I'm going in. I iron the shirt. I'm going in.
It just shears bullets if they hit a crease.
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
It's iron so good. It's plate mail.
Y'all could roll for it.
What dice?
Isaac
Just a D10 who gets higher.
Isaac just
Roll
goes
for
for it. Isaac
initiative.
runs down the hall.
I was busy rolling a 4, so go for it, Isaac.
I mean,
What are we rolling? Sorry, a D6 or what are we
a
rolling?
D10.
A D10. 9.
Nine.
Yep. So
Isaac still runs for it.
as the two of you are arguing, the argument starts to get a bit more heated. One of the security team just like, can we hurry? And as soon as Isaac hears hurry, boom.
Boom.
Actually,
Gun drawn,
boom.
charging.
He tries to get in there so fast so that no one else
Cruz!
gets in there that he actually runs into the wall. Like he just slams
Boom.
into it.
Oh,
Uh,
I feel like I should roll for that.
gets his bearings. You rolled a 9, bud. Gets his bearings real quickly and
Which is like a crit in this.
moves the door behind him. Nobody is able to see Isaac anymore. Isaac, the room that you're in is dark. There's a little light coming from a window. And what little light there is illuminating two figures. One is standing up, looking out the window, smoking a cigarette.
It's Crawford. He was there first.
The other is a man sitting in a chair. He
He's
does
gonna-
not look conscious.
He's gonna gun drawn, held up like a spy movie up to his shoulder. He's going to slowly walk up to the man standing at the window. And then when he gets within a few feet, he's going to point at him and say, turn around. Now. Slowly. Sebastian.
Do you want it now or do you want it slow? You can never make up your mind.
Now. Slowly.
He throws the cigarette to a corner of the room, and as he does so, you hear the click of the door behind you. And everybody outside sees the door, which was partially ajar, close quickly.
Oh, jeez.
And the gentleman starts turning around. He's not very tall. He is wearing a nice suit. And even in what little light there is in this room, you can tell that he's pale.
What is going on around this town, and why did you kidnap Victor Cruz? And also, why the hell are you so pale?
So many questions, and you're offering me nothing for the answers.
Oh, the answer is someone with your skills could do a lot in our business. So if you come along quietly and help us out, I think you could make it far with us. And you get to live.
I think I could make it far in your organization, but not as things are. You've made some wonderful efforts. Unfortunately for you, you've also made some unsavory friends. So,
Will
how
not
about?
speak ill of Ricky. Sorry.
And he gestures towards the man in the chair. How about you take your colleague back, leave town, put in whatever reports you need to, and don't come back.
What? And just let you keep on doing what you're doing here? What exactly are you doing? What are you trying to gain? What is your,
I'm trying
what's
to
your goal?
live.
Forever.
Like in general, or like you want to live in excitement all the time, like driving 100 on the interstate, weaving between cars?
Live with a capital L, my friend.
So the car one.
So short-sighted.
Oh, I'm not short-sighted. I am crazy.
You're funny.
Well, I get that a lot.
If you want to do this, and he looks at the gun, your way,
Oh,
we
this
can.
is just protection. I'm more of a pacifist and a fighter. That's a more we all sick kind of idea. Not so much me. You would understand if you knew me. Anyway, I just want you to stop and just release this person here who just so happens to work with me. I don't even really know him. He's more like a dick with a god complex who makes us feel bad, but we still kind of worship him because he's a C, he's an A or a B or whatever, and we're like a D. But still, anyway, politics in our corporation aside, just surrender so we don't fight.
Surrender is not on the table.
A
The
for
deal
effort,
I'm
though.
offering is your colleague and my privacy.
Well, we all can't have what we want, unfortunately. But I am not the one making all decisions. So if we could invite my friends, we can talk about this for a second. If that is okay with you, good. Slur with your no leverage whatsoever.
No leverage.
Huh. I got the gun. You just got a cigarette you discarded. Cigarette you discarded. There's so many hard words to say when you have a list.
That little thing, he says, slowly walking towards you. His face contorting into a smile.
Jesus Christ. Am I dealing with another demon person?
No. Diablerie is not my cup of tea. But I do like...
Also, what the hell is approaching me?
I do like what people like you have to offer. Perhaps you and I can come into an agreement.
I don't do deals with devils. Sorry.
Again, not a devil. At this point, he's reached the end of your gun barrel. It is pushed against his chest.
This is kind of uncomfortable.
Blam, 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 blam.
So I emptied my clip, and then I started blasting. So, not agreeing or really interested, but it is the bad guy monologue. So please tell me, what do I have to offer you?
I've already said what I want. I want my
To live.
privacy.
Your privacy and to live.
I want you, your colleagues, those bastards that shot 6 of my best friends, gone. Don't come back.
Believe me, we do plan on leaving this facility, but it's whether or not you're alive or not.
It's a yes or a no.
As Isaac presses forward the gun into his chest further. That is a hell no. And then he fires.
You fire off the round.
Is
Go
there a
away.
way to miss?
I mean, depending on who you ask, yeah, but like, no.
I'm not even going to say it because I'll do it if I do. So what am I rolling?
You're going to be rolling the damage value of
Oh, just the damage value?
I mean, you. It's point. It's not
Okay,
just
I
point
thought
blank.
you were
There
saying
is
I was gonna
literally
have a chance
nowhere else for the bullet to go.
Okay, I thought there was a chance you're going to say that if I roll and I get a 1, then the gun locks up and I don't actually fire. So that's why I was like, I'm not going to say it. And then you're like, it's just do the damage. So I'm like, all right, I'll just do the damage.
Dude could also have supernatural reflexes
Also,
and
my
all that.
gun, I do not know where the damage. Mag 6, strength 2, damage 2. So what do I roll?
All right. Weapons, damage.
We've only shot a statue in the air so far. We don't know what to do with damage.
You know what? That's fair.
You didn't tell me to roll damage. Like, you nicked it. And crazy world's gone.
Was it? Oh, this is a little unclear.
That's crazy.
Because I have the rules for health and applying damage pulled up. It talks about injuries. It talks about tracking damage. Okay, I'm going to say, roll me 2d10.
2d10 coming right up as soon as I click the right thing. There we go. 2. Did I do it? Oh, it's 5
Another
and 4,
9.
so 9.
2D.
5 and a 4.
Yep. I was hoping for, teens somewhere, but whatever. Who needs a lot of damage?
It's all right.
Besides, they're completely mortal and they died right away, right? That's what we're dealing with.
So
Not a god or a demon or anything sort of like that. No.
You fire your revolver into his chest. You feel the recoil of the gun, and you see the viscera blown out of his back, splatters against the wall. These dark splotches against the window, against the wall, the floor.
From the window to the wall. Sorry.
Sebastian, or who you assume to be Sebastian, he hasn't denied being Sebastian, doesn't even flinch. He raises one hand and snaps a finger, and you hear a growling behind you.
Madre de Dios.
Isaac, you are going to
turn around quickly.
Your dexterity is 3. Okay.
Yep. My dexterity is 4.
Oh yeah, your dexterity. I had the wrong sheet pulled up.
Super dex.
Woo!
Not max, unfortunately, but
you're not a world-renowned gymnast, but you are pretty fucking close.
Pretty nimble.
What's your defense stat then?
My defense is, where would I even find that?
Bottom right.
The bottom right is 2.
Defense of 2, so that gets taken away from its pool.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Demon time. Let's go.
Ooh. Go ahead and give me your gun damage again.
So that's 2d10.
Yes.
You get 14 that time. Yes, it's in the teens.
Do you want to re-roll that 10?
Oh.
Oh boy.
Wait. I'm confused. So like it's not damage, it's or is it damage?
Damage, much like other rolls, is the number of successes.
Oh, okay. So this isn't points. It's another 10. We're going again. Okay. Still.
Okay.
Jeez. Nice. 2 10s. That was back to back. That was sweet.
So with damage here, it is still dictated by successes. You can have a perfect hit, but you may not do any significant damage.
Okay.
In this instance, your attack is worth 2 lethal damage because you got 2 successes, and the handguns, or most firearms, all firearms, do lethal damage.
I think it's fucking badass. That's what he is.
you hear the growling coming from the corner, and we all sick comes out to play and just flips around.
The end of you, demon.
You can't see what's coming at you because of how dark the room is, but you know as soon as you pull that trigger that you've got the barrel of your gun in its throat.
The light from the window shimmers on We All Six glasses, and he starts firing into the beast.
Pull the trigger, and you're just barely able to see the flash, and more chunks of flesh are blown off of this person. You were not expecting a person when you heard growling, but they are writhing in pain on the floor. They are getting back up, though.
Either I shot an ally accidentally, or I did good. I don't think so, though.
Split-second decision.
Quickly check out who it is and start trying to heal them. And if I realize that they're a bad guy anyway, do not continue to try to heal them.
So your decision is to wait, take stock of the situation.
Yes.
Okay. You hold back from putting this thing out of its misery, just in case. Just in case there's something to be gained here, and just in case you're shooting the wrong guy. It's definitely a person, a human, but something's not right about them. They're missing a chunk of their throat, and presumably their insides with the angle of that shot, but they are getting up. They're covered in blood, and as soon as they stand up, they lunge at you again.
Going for another shot as soon as possible.
So I need to roll another 4 because of your defense. Ooh. It's definitely impeded by the grievous wound that you've given it. It lunges at you again, but it's lost the element of surprise. It's weaker. It is, if it's an actual person actively dying, it's easy to get another shot lined up.
So We All Sick fades to Yusik for a second to go and see on it. When it sees it get back up and swat, it immediately falls to the side to dodge the attack, and then spins around, kicks it away for a second, immediately fires into its back. Like not a damage kick, just kind of like kick it away from you, kind of push and kick and shoot it in the back.
All right. Give me a dexterity firearms. You may apply any specialties that are applicable.
When I chose weaponry, I chose knives because he was going to be kind of a cutty, shooty. When I was thinking he was a little bit more psychotic than just insane, but I'm going with just dex, straight up firearms for this roll. So 2 successes with 1 success is the 1, so I will have 1 success since there's no 10.
7 dice to roll, and you got 1 success.
Well, 2 successes and a 1, unfortunately.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, it was 2 8s.
Sorry, you're gonna have to re-roll because the way that defense works in. No, I'm stupid. I forgot the rules for firearms and defense. Defense only applies to melee range. Ranged weapons, you're not allowed to use defense unless you take certain merits and you're getting like a spear thrown at you.
Oh, okay.
So that 1 success goes through. That is enough to hit it.
Oh,
so go ahead and roll your firearm damage.
You had me so close to using willpower there. So yeah, I was like, I will force it. 2d10, straight up 10 points of damage, or 2 fail-ish, not things, good things.
No successes. That doesn't mean that the attack didn't hit. Mechanically speaking, it means that it's not taking another lethal wound.
Oh, cool. So I'm not going for damage. I'm going for rolls to be like the other rolls. Okay.
Yeah.
I misunderstood.
Yeah. It's
been a bit. So we don't fight very much with this group. We are researchers after all.
Yeah. It shrieks in pain and tries to clutch its wounds, but it doesn't stop.
I will step back more and continue to fire another round since I still have a few more shots left in this before I need to reload.
As it's still reeling from the second shot, go ahead. You do have an opening.
Another
Are
Dex
we-
firearms, or actually, can I push in close and stick it up to its neck and fire, like under its jaw?
You could. You're going to take severe penalties to that roll, but if you succeed, you do have a chance. You can insta kill it.
I'm going for that. Let's go. Let's give it a shot.
All right, I'm going to put a pin in that there.
I'll
Crawford,
finish him.
Yeah. Oh,
But-
sorry. Yeah. Are we hearing any of these gunshots or anything like that from where we're at?
no, you're not
Okay.
hearing anything.
It's just
I
The
would
quiet.
door
think, though,
closed
that
behind you.
When the door closed,
behind-
we would almost immediately start to try and get it back open.
Isaac went,
Yeah.
let's go, and ran through the door real quickly. And after the dude said hurry, and then it slammed shut, and then it's been nothing.
Yep.
Been dead silence.
Trying to get the door open, it's the door is stuck. It's not like there's something in the way. It's not like, when you push against it, it's like pushing against a brick wall.
It's like the video game aura thing where you can't do it until something happens. Like in the
The door is highlighted and some text appears in front of you. You
killed 13 enemies.
killed 6 out of 13 enemies.
Find 18 wool.
So so since we just can't get the door open, I mean, like, I'm assuming we're all kicking it, barging on it, maybe even
Sec team has
shooting it.
tried to shoot the lock twice with that
Yeah.
breaching shotgun. Nothing.
Go through the wall. Is that a possibility?
C4.
Like through the drywall?
Roll a D4 for C4.
So the sec team, one of the security team, when you say that, one of the security team punches the kitchen wall because it looks like it connects to one of the other bedrooms, and as soon as he does that, that's solid wood.
Lame.
That's what she said.
Light the house on fire.
Sorry, sir. I'm not Isaac. I'm just some guy.
Aren't you
I'll
like?
check the fridge?
Aren't you a chemist or something? Can't you make a bomb?
Let me go to the vehicle and
No.
get my stuff. I forgot my kid. You said shooting people, not chemistry.
And a paperclip, a coconut, and a clue.
Seriously, we've done like 30,000 of these, and I've only needed my chemical set once before.
We'll try to get through the bedroom wall over there. See if maybe there's a window you can go through.
Okay.
remember-
I'm gonna run around the back, the other side of the house where I assume that the window would be, on that whatever right facing wall is.
All right. There is a window on the side of the house, not going into the backyard, but to the side yard. You do see a window, and it is open, and you are hearing the sounds of a struggle. Oh, that was a gunshot.
I'm going into that window. Is Jonesy with me?
Yes. I'm following, but I don't know that I'll be going through the window. We'll find out in a moment.
Boost
Yeah,
me,
you're,
Jonesy.
you're,
Boost
you're, yeah, you're giving.
Oh,
it
yeah. I'll give him a
little
boost.
step up.
Definitely give him a boost.
What does
Uh,
Jonesy sense? Does he sense he should go through the window?
Everything, man.
Jonesy
gonna turn-
senses that.
I was just gonna say. Go
The
ahead.
window looks like a
Jonesy
watch.
senses that he's not that he's being watched, but that he's close to a monster. Like
Too bad.
Isaac must be near.
the it's as though he's walking through the woods and can see a bear walking ahead of him. The bear hasn't noticed him, but he knows that if he makes his presence known, he's in danger.
Oh man,
Immediate
that's
danger.
unbearable.
I'm gonna
Really
turn
bad,
to
man.
Jonesy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn to Jonesy and I'm gonna say, really seriously, watch my soup. And I'm gonna
got it,
ask
man.
for a boost through the window.
You're killing the DM. You're killing the
I would-
DM.
I was drinking soda.
That's how we win the game. We kill Eli.
So gingerly take the can and set it on the most stable spot I can find so it doesn't have a chance of tipping over.
I'll be back for it.
All right.
I'll be
I'll
hot
watch it,
with my
man.
soup.
And then I want to
Isaac-
give him a boost up to the window.
Isaac, you see an opening.
Hola. Sorry.
You will be able to step forward and essentially tackle this thing to the ground, pin it, and get that kill shot that you need. But as you take that first step forward, a shadowy figure covers the window. You look back, and all you can see is somebody squatting onto the windowsill, trying to get in. You don't see Sebastian, but you do
Blah,
see
blah, 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 blah.
Victor still in the chair.
Well, something's already in the fray with Isaac, knowing it's been attacking him. So that would be the primary target. So he'll deal with this until it's done with, and then he'll get to that. It's not in the room with him yet. And
I've still got at least 2 seconds.
so, yeah.
Okay,
Until I gotta
so-
start aiming elsewhere. So we'll start with what we have in front of us. Remember, Isaac is crazy. He's not insane.
That's fair. Isaac, give me a strength athletics. This is going to be contested against the against your enemies. So whoever gets more successes here.
Athletics. Where are you? Thankfully, that is that. All right. Come on. 3 successes, and all
With
3 are
3 10s?
Holy shit!
I am going to roll
Bruh.
all 3 is what I'm going to do. It's another 10 and a 5 and a 4. So I'm going to
So
roll.
you've got 4
1
successes?
more if I can. Oh,
3 successes still,
3
but
successes
holy
still.
fuck, dude. Okay, you know what?
Okay. Actually, that was 3 successes to start with a. Oh yeah, that's 3. Okay, sorry, misread. Okay, but still.
With a brutal efficiency, We All Sick comes out to play. He moves forward that half step that he needs to, dropping down onto with one knee onto the creature, splaying it onto the ground. He grips it by what's left of its throat, gun against the temple, pulls the trigger, and it stops moving immediately.
Can I take a moment to play out a scene that I was thinking of, like, as you were describing that?
What's up?
I'm thinking, like, so my character is like this weird, as we know, a person who deals with emotion through different personalities. It's not like anything that's associated with like personality disorder, but more of a personality takeover instead, where if they're mentally angry or what, anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So
yeah,
I believe they're at a table, and like Isaac's like, guys, we got to step back. We got to go take aim. We got to do what we need to do. And like Yusic's like, I don't know, guys. Either way's fine, but I know We All Sick wants to go in there, and We All Sick's like, look, I've been doing this like nothing pretty much since we assaulted an old lady back in the day. So let's just go for it. Just charge in there. Take charge and just be done.
I didn't even get to assault that old lady.
He just flips the table and just like, you're done.
Hell yeah.
And fire.
Emotional rage flip.
Sorry, that was the scene playing through my head. Like,
no, absolutely. That's a wonderful image.
I like that they're all at a table figuring out what to do next.
To keep in mind as this brutality goes on. But now that this person is dead, you look back to the window. Instinctively,
aim my next shot.
Instinctively, gun is up. You have a finger on the trigger. You're ready to put down whatever the hell this next thing is. And then you catch it. Chicken noodle soup.
It's a whiff of soup.
Wait a second. That is Crawford. Hey, buddy.
It smells like soup and Marlboros.
There's dead people in here.
Crawford, it's dark. There's very little light coming in from the window, and your eyes are still kind of adjusting. All you can really see is like a little bit of moonlight on the floor and what looks like a lot of blood. And Isaac just, oh, hey, buddy. How's it going?
That'd be
Like, what happened?
a
It
lot
was
happened
silent.
in a lot of time.
Who the fuck is this? And I
They-
look at the guy in the chair.
I don't know yet.
You look at the guy in the chair. He's a guy in a chair in a dark room. He doesn't look
It's
conscious.
Sebastian the whole time. He had a
Taking out-
speakerphone on Victor, who was standing there doing nothing.
Taking out your phone flashlight, you look him over and you realize that you're staring at a very beat up Victor Cruz. He's still breathing,
He's still breathing.
but barely.
Oh, sweet. Are these guys breathing?
I'm gonna
Turns on his camera.
rush.
light-
I'm gonna rush over to
flashlight,
the
sorry.
door. And probably accidentally trip over or step on the remains of whatever creature has been killed.
With the direction that the creature came from, it would not be in the way
Okay.
to getting to the door. Once you get to the door, you do have to really put some force into it. But on this side, you're realizing it actually does have some give. So after a little bit of time, you manage to get it open. And once you do get it open, you hear brims from the living room. They got it. Fuck. And the security team comes back in. The one with the breaching shotgun just takes out the hinges because fuck this door.
I want to like peek up over the window. I assume I would hear stuff now that the window's open.
Yes.
Like, dude, Isaac, what'd you do, man? It's kind of a mess.
A light gets
I
turned on.
shot the hell out of people.
And you see that this back room has a cot, the chair that Victor was sitting in. There's a couple of toolboxes on one side of the room, some medical supplies, and the corpse of a person who's looking a little fucked up, wounds aside. They're pale, they're gaunt, their clothing is very loose over them, and you can see that their fingernails have grown thicker than a normal human's. They come to a point. You see that their canines are pronounced but not sharp. They're as you're inspecting it, you realize that the body is much colder than a human should be. I wouldn't say it's deathly cold, but it's certainly not a healthy human temperature.
Dude, Isaac, did you kill the zombie vampire, dude?
One of the security team looks at it. No. He pulls out his sidearm, checks the round in there, and shoots it twice in the heart.
I
got close.
Led
You got close.
being killed.
Dude, that's so gnarly.
I had something else I was dealing with at the time, so finishing blows were not exactly on the cards at the time. Speaking of
Eli, is
David,
any of the supernatural fuzziness clearing up, or
Yes.
like, yeah?
As time is going forward, it's slowly coming down.
Dude, whatever you
are you
didn't
coming
hear,
back in?
ma'am, the ether is starting to clear, dude. Whatever you did.
Are you still like Wilson? Like,
I-
at the
Yeah,
window?
I'm just
the hell out of
peeking
things.
up because I can't get in. But I mean, we established I had to give Crawford a boost, so I can't get in on my own. I'm just looking up over there.
It's just like
Yeah. I'm thinking, the hands are my fingers are over the rim, and I'm just holding myself
Wait, did
up
you-
to be able to
You
look
guys
in.
went
On tippy toes.
outside of the house and just walked around.
Yeah.
Didn't even
Had to
catch
get-
that part. I can see like
Had to
somebody
save
like,
you somehow.
All right, fine. We'll see if anyone's outside and follow you around the house.
No,
No,
we just tried to get through a window. We figured maybe there was a window, and then
Yes. Security team
'Cause we weren't
said,
getting through the door or the wall.
we'll try to bust the wall down. You go look for a window or something. And luckily enough, there was a window.
Nice.
And I refuse now to walk back around in, even though I know the door's open and all. I've got the best seat in the house. I can see everything and no one's getting in my way.
Can I reach? I reach through the window and I'm like, the soup.
Oh, I hand him the soup. Yes.
You get your
Pick up the soup and carefully just lift it up to the window.
room
hand it.
temperature soup.
So I cannot
yeah.
100% clarify that this was Sebastian, but he did not deny it. So if
Does he have his
there's
library card?
there's a book around here that matches the one we were looking for earlier, it is 85% sure it's Sebastian. So also, what the hell else did I shoot in here? Because I was being attacked by something crazy. It growled at me, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't one of you guys, and all of a sudden it was dead. I remember getting pissed off for a second, but then I teleported to a dead body.
This sec team member that shot the corpse, he says, we call them a few different names. They're not really common, but ghouls, zombies, ghastlies, different people call them different things, but
This is Zompire.
sure,
Like,
we'll add
yeah,
that to
like
the list.
whacked out demon creature, shadow demon.
Yeah, man.
So wait, is this the thing that you think everyone is?
I don't know, man, but I just keep seeing whacked out shadow demons, so it's got to be
Nah,
something.
man. Yeah,
No,
they're not like
I think
that.
they just need therapy.
They do not look like that. That's wild. That's what the hell is. Okay, so anyway, we found Victor Cruz, everybody! Yay! Mission accomplished.
And Victor dies.
Only killing about 30 people.
Brims walks into the room. One of the security team members starts checking on Victor, trying to make sure that he's not dying.
Jonesy,
Brims looks at you all. All right.
Jonesy, what did he smell like? What did you smell anything? Do you sense anything? Victor Cruz.
I don't know.
Steven.
Everything's like clearing up, dude. I don't think anybody's bad now.
I'm going to text Ricky, by the way, real quickly. Say, nope, no information. Sorry. Because I'm a fucking agent, dude. No information for the gangster. Sorry.
I
Ricky-
am an FBI
And then you
agent.
You delete
Ricky
his
doesn't
contact
respond.
and block him.
It's pretty late in the night now. He may have actually gone to sleep.
Sorry for cutting you off for those two things. Sorry.
It's all good. Brims looks around the room, looks at you all, looks at Victor. All right, I'll put in the call to HQ and we'll get the fuck out of here. Oh, God, I think one of those ribs fractured.
I've been doing a lot of surgery, not so much on internal bleeding, so you may need a real doctor.
I'll be fine. This isn't my first time getting shot. Won't be the last. Anyways,
So I pick up a gun and shoot him again.
I'm so ready just to start sewing things together, too.
I'll call the rest of the team back together. We'll get everything packed up at the warehouse and head on.
We haven't quite figured out what the deal is with the statue yet, have we?
That wasn't your mission.
Still, it feels very unfinished with that thing. I don't
We
know.
can get
I
a
think that was a subtle way of saying no.
we'll get a proper field team out here once one becomes available. It's probably best that we don't stick around here
I
either.
definitely check into that. I'm not sticking around either. F this place up the
Yeah,
A.
fuck this.
Sorry.
Yeah. No good soup in this town anyway.
With
More
no
like-
lube. Let's go.
More like Capano, no wait, bro.
No way.
Capano,
bro.
no. F this.
All right. You gather your belongings,
No way,
what
bro.
documents that you do have, and
Good job, Zeb.
once everybody has everything packed away, the sec team takes you to the airport. They
Hey, before they leave, I want to make sure we tell Jabrams, hope your pants stay dry, bud.
Yeah, hope we can't stay dry.
what the fuck?
What?
See ya.
Retard.
Yeah.
They do. The sec team does bag up the ghoulie that Isaac killed, and they let you know that they'll be getting that over to a different facility that will actually be able to get some information from it, maybe. whatever it is, wherever that is, it's not your office building. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Victor is in stable condition. He was clinging to life for a hot minute there, but he's tough as nails. That one just needs a little bit of R&R.
Nice.
Brims also informs you that one of his team members did not return.
Fuck.
They missed call-in, and nobody was able to track their whereabouts.
We got to go back.
Which one
Last
was that
time
one?
they saw him, he was a little pale, maybe a little gaunt. His fingernails were a little thick.
He was
No, it was the agent that was sent to investigate the wildlife reserve,
Oh,
Ooh,
interesting.
the national park.
Chupanibre.
But Brims tells you that that's outside of your concern. He just wanted to, make sure that you knew and understood that someone was dead because you told them to go check
We
something
sent
out.
Someone to their death. No.
But don't worry, that's what they signed up for.
There's
They-
always
they
a
signed up to be
possibility of
killed in the
that. They knew
national
that.
I'm sure they took out the company life insurance policy. If they didn't, well, that's on them.
He's going to show up on Missing 411 now.
Nice.
Got lost in a national park.
At least we found Victor Cruz, who then dies of syphilis the next night.
Oh my god,
Oh man,
that's
too much
messed
use of the
up.
cruise missile.
Shut up.
Who does he think he is? Tom Cruise? Just because he looks like the Mexican Tom Cruise? No.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
Alright.
Eli's currently typing, "We'll never play this again."
No, there's
Never let Randy do anything in my campaigns.
I was trying to find the document that I have that has the actual rank structure and sub ranks, because you all would be up for promotion.
No,
Oh,
You
yeah.
did so well, and you brought back so much information for anomalous phenomena, persons of interest, and locations that they say you get a pay raise. And
we go from research
more
team 12
responsibility.
to research team 11B.
Isaac
No, you're still-
steals the iron from
you're
the-
still research team 12. Your I believe your current rank was just rank C.
Oh, see.
Did
I
we
think it
have
was.
that? I don't see it. I don't have it on my sheet at
It's
least.
been a bit.
It was established in
Oh.
the prologue session
Okay,
because it wasn't
cool.
pertinent to the actual story. It was just to establish that you were pretty low on the office ladder.
I actually
But
wrote
you-
this stuff down a long time ago. I wonder if I still have that. I'm gonna.
Who knows?
So,
But you do get you do get a minor promotion. You have access to a few more resources. Your pay goes up just a little bit, and you are granted full access to the files created for the phenomena, locations, and persons of interest that you are reporting to the company, to
very cool.
the bureau. And that's the end of this investigation.
Cool. We have now surpassed federal minimum wage.
Yay! More money, more responsibility.
More soup.
We, all three of us now can afford to rent an apartment if we do it with a manager from a McDonald's. we might be able to afford a studio. Nice.
No McDonald's, just the Burger Monarch.
The Burger
Exactly.
Yes.
So
So how do we wrap
On-
that up?
we are going to wrap this up with, first of all, experience.
Yay!
At the end of this chronicle, everybody is gaining. First of all, you're gaining 4 experience points,
Oh my.
just flat
Oh.
out. And then we're going to go through our normal experience notes.
So
Cool.
1 for playing.
1 for attendance.
Yay!
You know what? I'm going to give y'all 2 for attendance for showing up to every single session.
Yay! Thank you, Eli.
I know that this is a production, but even so, it is so goddamn difficult to get people to show up to every session.
This is
Yeah.
true.
Sometimes you
sometimes-
got to take like 5 months off just to make sure everybody shows up.
Ba-doom.
Yeah.
Second one, role play. Everybody gets the role play experience point because everybody played their characters as they've established them.
Psycho.
Everybody's characters have evolved to some point. If not, they have gotten more comfortable being themselves and expressing themselves through that character. So everybody gets the role play experience. Next up, learning curve. Joe, what did Jonesy learn?
Good gosh.
And leave room for your friends to get their learning curve.
I mean, looking at just specific to Jonesy, learned there was, I guess the way I would word it, an epicenter to the craziness, the supernaturality of the whole thing. I actually did not think, from Jonesy's perspective, one of those things like early on where I was like, I'm sure Victor Cruz is dead. From the very, very beginning, I was sure he was dead. Then we learned he was alive. This kind of thing, along those same lines, Jonesy thought that the supernatural stuff was just going to be isolated to certain areas. Like this person's a weirdo, Barry is a weirdo, whatever.
There's
and then getting
in the Gulf, and there's a weird statue.
Yeah, and then when we get to this area, and you're like, all of a sudden everything is all screwed up. That to me, that was big for the character. So that for Jonesy specifically, that would be his learning for this session.
All right, I will give you that experience point.
Cool.
Zeb, what did Crawford learn?
He learned that there's fucking crazy ass things called ghouls.
Yeah, that's a pretty big jump from there's a weird teleporting statue to there's a black and white dimension that you can't really hear in. Okay, that's a little weird. But still in line with your line of work.
A little supernatural. Thought I was going crazy.
There are actual monsters.
But
actual shadow demon people.
They said they were called ghouls, not real. Okay, they're real ghouls.
I'm staying in the lab. Like that's what Crawford learned. He said, "Fuck
Crawford's
all this."
Like, no, you can rank me up as much as you want. I'm staying in the lab.
I think an important note for Crawford here on learning that is also what exactly the SEC team member said. Because not only is this something that they have a name for, but this is something that they encounter often enough that his sidearm is by default loaded with the bullet that kills it.
Yeah. Like he knew, like this is probably some like low level, like whacked out creature. And
now the other thing I'll say is you don't get to stay away from it by staying in the lab because Eli said all that stuff's been opened up to us now. So being in the lab, you'll be able to research it on your terminal. Right? You just open up your computer. And
unfortunately, it also means if anything happens in this area again, you're the experts.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're too good at your job.
I can say that Crawford he'll do that thing where like when a kid watches a scary movie and then they have to like read everything about the scary movie because they're so scared of it, like he's going to do that. He's going to look up and research everything because he's terrified and he sleeps with all his lights on now.
All right.
Nice. Crawford's
go ahead and get the XP point for that. Randy, what did you feel Isaac learned that was important this session?
Randy, by the way, to start out with, learned that if you put points in firearms, you're pretty good at firearms.
Holy crappers, yeah.
As well, if you roll 3 10s at the same time, you get a good chance at doing some pretty good damage.
This guy's been waiting to kill something.
I want to put something out here on that roll. In my World of Darkness games, as a table rule that I usually do, there's a scale of successes. So you've got your single success, your single botch, your no successes. At 3 botches with no alterations, that's like, okay, somebody is dying here and now. Kind of bad roll.
Yeah.
So for you to get the inverse of that and still get a 10 again.
A 10 afterwards. Yeah, that was wild. And then a 1 afterwards, the chance of that was just ludicrous. It's real.
Yeah, that was dope.
Like,
but anyways,
ludicrous again.
Any of that was ludicrous. But what Isaac learned was that practicing to shoot things helps you shoot things in the face.
your investments in your character paid off here at the end. Being excluded by that, like that, it's
I feel like everything from like the character just being good in firearms as a just like a I just wanted to be like wicked smart but crazy with guns, and then it paying off at the end was it really was just magical in a way. It was just crazy with the practicing with irons and using irons in a way, and then just practicing with the guns. It just flowed so beautifully. I love that how that paid off. That was so good.
I don't think that qualifies for learning curve, but I do want to hold on to that.
Okay. He learned that there are demon creatures, whether it not actually be ghouls or actual demons. He did learn that they do exist and they can be shot and killed.
Yeah. I was going to say the biggest thing is
important information.
they can be killed with a gun.
Be killed with a gun. You know what? Yeah, sure. I will give you the learning curve.
If it bleeds, it dies.
That. Yeah. On confirming if it bleeds, it dies.
Appreciate that. Sorry about the long-winded thing to get there.
It's fine. It was a really cool moment, and I wanted to talk about it.
That was so
fucking dope. After learning curve, I feel like the obvious one is obvious here, but heroism.
The obvious one is up. Hey, I stood there at the window, dude.
That you did.
Come on.
I went through the window.
And
everything was dead.
I actually want to afford this XP point to both Crawford and Isaac because they were arguing on who would go first, and so both had their merits. One with, I've got the knife-proof vest. The other, I've got the gun skills. Which are we using? I think it was really emblematic of both of them being done with this shit and recognizing the actual danger of the situation. So I want to give both of them the XP for that.
Thank you, buddy. It turned out the best it could have turned out. I think that if it would have changed, if it would have been any different, it would not have been great.
Plus, with Zeb losing the die roll of who got to go first, Crawford still was like, all right, fine, he's in there now. How do we get in? Right? So it wasn't exactly. He was
still pressing on it.
Yeah.
It's like,
which on that,
I don't care that I lost. I'm going in there.
On that, Zeb, thank you for letting me have the scene with Randy there, letting that get to like a crescendo point. So that's the heroism XP. We will go ahead and move on to bonus XP. This entire session was effectively just one big scene. So I don't think it's fair to ask the question who had the best scene, because you were all in there in the best scene.
This whole thing was such an awesome build-up, Eli.
Thanks. I'll go ahead and give best scene to everyone here.
Everyone. You get a point, and you get a point. That's cool, though.
I feel like I know what this one is as well, but best joke.
I'm going with they have Campbell's soup, right? That's mine for this because it just worked. It was the right thing to say. It was a comfort food at a moment when Crawford needed some comfort.
Oh, that was a good one.
I liked it. The joke getting me to choke on water.
I don't even remember what I said.
I don't either. I just remember fucking dying. But I know it was you.
What did I say?
Zeb's whatever made you choke, because I can remember it. But mine, if I would say, would be the should we do this in Spanish when you guys were breaking open
that was good. That was really good.
1, 2. Wait, should we do this in Spanish? Oh no! The door's open.
I think it was when I told Jonesy to hold my soup.
Yeah. The soup was it for me. That was and now we could call that the running joke of the episode, even though it was like the second half of it. That's still to me that takes it because it fit.
You know
It
what?
was good.
Everybody had some great bits tonight. Everybody yes-anded in a beautiful way. Everybody gets best joke.
Yay! Thank you, Eli.
Yeah.
And finally, just cuz, Joe, who do you think gets this last piece of XP?
Well, I'd like to think that maybe for the first time I shined with my slothness because I didn't do anything with initiative. And it was almost on purpose, and it wasn't necessarily cowardice. I don't want to pick up a gun because if I pick up a gun, I'm going to have to go first and try to shoot something. And no, you're going to go check the window. All right, I'll follow you. You need to lift. Yeah, I'll hold your soup, whatever. I don't know. I feel like although I've been lazy as Jonesy, I feel like this one kind of took the cake for me because I was trying on purpose. I was trying not to instigate anything. And I even waited for other people to ask me, what does the supernatural feel like here? Right. I didn't even instigate that.
Yep.
So
you know what?
That was kind of on purpose because I feel like I've been lazy, but I wanted to emphasize it more this time.
That is a very good point to bring up, Joe. Go ahead and regain 1 temporary willpower point for
Nice.
playing to your vice.
That's nice because I was down 1. So I get it back.
Okay, so you've got to vote for yourself for just cuz.
Yeah.
Zeb?
Isaac, immaculate rolls. Absolutely,
Oh gosh, I mean, yeah.
absolutely destroying the demon.
As far as game mechanics go, Isaac took the cake this time for sure.
I honestly, it would have probably put us way over time if it took any longer, if he missed any shot.
Alrighty. So, Randy, who do you think gets the bonus experience?
Man,
This
I feel like
single piece. Bunch of
bonus
crumb.
experience points. I think we all played really hard all this campaign and this last session. I don't want to be cheap and just simply give it to myself for being myself. But my character did fight at the end because he got to the room first, but that was because of a roll. Crawford would have been in there otherwise. I don't know. I just feel like we all did a really good job. But I'm going to take it anyway because fuck it. Let's go.
So
I have 3 people at 1 point.
Yeah.
Joe voting for himself, Randy voting for himself, Zeb voting for Randy.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I think it's pretty
And
fair
I can
to say
agree.
that,
I can agree with Isaac getting it. By the way,
I think it's pretty fair to say that Randy won the vote here for Isaac to get the bonus XP. However, I'm going to use my storyteller powers
Go for
to
it.
veto that vote and give it to everyone because this has been such a wonderful chronicle, a great session, and I am so glad to be done with this story. Because it means at another point in time, we can start the next one. I mentioned it a couple sessions ago, but Capano Nuevo is part of a series of chronicles.
I can't wait till Crawford has to deal with that.
Yeah.
We may come back
Making
here
Crawford.
to Capano Nuevo. We may not, but if or when we return to this, should be the same characters with the information that they've gathered thus far.
we'll be going after some other mythical creature like the Mothman or the Jersey Devil or something. Yeah,
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe those are already locked up. Maybe you have to go find the next one.
Dun dun.
Oh my god.
Regardless, that is all for experience. So, does anybody have any closing thoughts?
Eli.
Yeah?
One hell of a campaign, dude. I loved it. It was really good.
That was
Thank
fun.
you.
It's nice to play in the modern world, and I think you pulled it off well, for sure. Because most of the time we play in the future or the far past, or even just a slight past, like Wild West kind of thing. But this was modern day, and I just like the way it worked out because we didn't take too much advantage of technology, but at the same time we did a lot of interaction with people and some technology, like the wizard on the library computer, right?
For sure.
I love that this was modern
I really
age.
liked a lot of that.
I definitely,
Yeah.
Old tech is an example.
I definitely
Yeah.
felt this world. I felt how gritty it felt the whole entire time and how just dodgy everybody felt. It was so epic, dude. Like, Really good campaign. I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Yeah,
that
it was
you
good.
enjoyed it.
I liked the intermission too. Like I thought that was really good. Like the whole Mars and Manny
Yeah,
side
we
quest
played that
story was
sidebar,
like very
yep.
interesting. Yeah, no, I thought it all like kind of lined up like pretty well.
For sure. It's fun to listen back to those and be like, those guys did really good without a third person. Interrupt them the whole entire time with random.
Well, we had a really specific storyline that Eli sent us down, a really good railroad, so that we couldn't necessarily mess it up. We could just, kind of jump the rails a little here and there and just be forced right back on. And by the end, I mean, like he'd set it up, the end of this episode is going to be a single gunshot. And so we were like, right from the beginning, we knew that's where it was going to end, but we didn't know what that gunshot meant until we got there. And it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
It was also a very good setup.
I'm glad that you enjoyed the intermission. I mentioned this off recording, but it's one of the things that I don't use a lot. It's something that I would say I'm still experimenting with, but I'm glad that experiment was successful. I am so glad to have had all of you as players in this chronicle. It was amazing to see these wacky personalities, the eccentricities about it, and we made a joke about it in the last session with I think it was Isaac saying, "Oh, so y'all are just regular douchebags," and Grim saying, "Yeah, you can't work in this company and be a good person. You can't be sane when you're working with this shit." I say,
That's
vaguely
crazy.
gesturing to Joe on accident.
Are we the first? Are we the first people to finish this specific campaign, or have you run this through with someone else?
I have attempted to run this chronicle twice before. Nobody ever completed it. Groups just fell apart. It's just how it goes with tabletop gaming in general. Sometimes a group just isn't able to get through to the end of it.
Nice.
So
this
we
is a
rock.
world first. This is a world first. Chronicles
Yes.
of Darkness.
We got a trophy,
Signature.
first place. Oh,
Capano
it's
Nuevo.
see, Eli, just take some nut bags and you'll get through it.
Okay,
Crazy
yeah,
people.
okay. I
Yes.
got you. Anyways,
He's
yeah,
not
top
talking
of the
about
leaderboards.
getting,
Capano Nuevo speedrun.
Oh yeah. Because we're the only ones who get through it. We have the high score because we're the only one who played. Yeah.
We're all the champions, my friend.
And I think
Oh,
the final
yeah.
thought that I have for this session tonight is to thank you, the viewer, the listener, for sticking with this
Aw.
story for so long. 12 episodes may not seem like a long time, but that is almost 24 hours of content.
That is true.
It's a
So
fair amount. Oh,
thank you
yeah.
for listening, and we can't wait to have you with us in our next story.
So until then, we all say
we could say bye.
Bye-bye.
The preceding podcast was brought to you by One Joe Young. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.
oh, hey, I didn't see you there. So, they call him Eli, but he's E-True because he's a great guy just like you. I don't have a great ending. I rarely do. Keep being awesome just like you. Bye-bye.